Hello, my fellow crits. Prince Arthurianus here, and I'm laying down because why not? Anyway, let's continue. Come on. Alright, understanding. Okay, these side stories are a friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and being their special poem scenes in DDLC. Okay, so I already did that. Hold on, how many are there? Okay, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, there we go. Oh wait, if I put it like 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1, 2. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Sorry. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by a sound on the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opened halfway and stopped. A face peeks in, a face that seems familiar. Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She's very considerately mouths to Monica. It's her! It's a girl! It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems that she's found her way into the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is literature club. Please come in. The girl fully steps in, but she continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement. It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry, it's a little empty. I'm Monica. This is Sayori, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us by far, but what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join the club. Already? Wait, you're really sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Sorry. Everyone here is welcome. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So, what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori. This is Monica. Sayori, nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books? Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy's cool. Yes, have you heard of Annabelle Dupont? Ah, I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books if you want. They're really an incredible experience. Monica stands completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Yuri, silently asking for help. I'd love to! It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm stupid. I left all my other books in locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back to get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself, consider it. True. Okay, I'll get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? Like, I have no experience with fantasies except maybe stuff I read when I was a kid, but it's probably just a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't she seem like that? Monica, do you have to think so optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary you can point things out like that, Sayori. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you can take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay! That sounds exactly what... Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do, besides. Sayori lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book. Afterwards, a door opens and reveals Sayori returns. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which combined with her short time gone indicates that she may have ran to at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down at the desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book is chunky. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep yourself from getting confused at the start. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking maybe today we could get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down and looks at her book and glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide to join the literature club? Well, I like reading, so I immediately was interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found this because she glances at Monica. Monica came into the classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head to herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and I couldn't even look up, so she walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was. But I decided that was probably irrational. Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I feel so bad for interrupting you that I just walked out. I was actually really hoping that you'd come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interrupt things. Well, I was really nervous to come here. For some other reasons too, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So, it's actually amazing that's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Oh, that makes me happy! I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come! Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with other people before, so it's hard to find others who are into the same things as I am, except online. So, I thought the literature club could provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of other things are you into? Like genres? I don't know if there's anything, even if it's not literature. Oh, just some things you think are dumb. Sayori pauses and a look of concern on her face. How about I tell you something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into? I suppose that'd be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into, crafty things. Like making cute little collages or decorating things like cars or jewelry or boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends, but then I put them off till the last minute. So, yeah, that's something kind of silly I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much. Sorry, I skipped over it again. So, I have to share something too that I'm into now, right? Sayori nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature! Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club.
No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now.
I am not.
Oh, yeah? Well, you hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me.
Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry. Yuri interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward for I've gotten cut off.
I like going to the woods or to the park, in places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove yourself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school, on weekends, whenever I feel like it.
Wow. I feel like I would never have time to do something like that.
I find that we have a lot more ways time than we think. We do. If you don't let it slip through your fingers.
The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori to focus on her work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, at the end of the day was upon them once more.
Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today.
So, are you two going to be starting that book next club meeting?
That's the plan! I'm so excited.
Sayori beams and Yuri collects her thoughts. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile.
Bye!
As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room.
Sayori, you're a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still. Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It's made me happy.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book for our next meeting?
I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best.
I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting there to be the last one to arrive. She opens the door, she surprisingly finds only Sayori in the club.
It's club time again! Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today, is that okay?
Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact.
I'm sorry about yesterday.
Sayori tilts her head, unsure of what exactly Yuri is talking about.
Well, I mean, the way I got overexcited around books, and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It wasn't considerate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I just thought it was so cute how excited you were. Well, still, I think I changed my mind about a book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know it's just you and me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try too hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing.
A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them.
Well, the thing is, we don't have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it just sounded like something fun we could do together, reading your books. You know, like a club activity. That would be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you. Feel more comfortable here.
Sayori pulls her desk against Yuri's and sits next to her. Book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori's cover a book.
Dustwell? Part of the Everlast Saga. It's Dustwell by Annabelle! Sorry, I'm ready now.
Oh, right. I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few shaded paper.
Wait, how come you need paper?
Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes.
Notes? Yes, that is an effective strategy.
Exactly. I'm sure it would be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayori joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that she did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try my best to make it as accessible as possible.
I trust you. You're, like, super smart.
Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Majority, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I spent here so far. So, in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you.
No!
Sarah wraps her shoulder against Yuri's.
You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy.
Anyway, would you like to get started?
Okay.
After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the banks of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more and more details she races fictions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectation, Yuri equally guides her through the ways such it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story is not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards.
How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do.
What kind of writing?
Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. I write things just like putting them down, the feelings that come off into my head, you know? But there's so much planning and hard work.
You're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some of the key in reading work, like poetry and folk songs.
No way!
Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness as she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri is having fun. Anyway, I think we can get starting on reading now if you're ready.
Okay, but I can't read very fast.
Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in.
I see.
Sayori jots Yuri's patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book.
I'm just kidding. But I'm glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times.
Sayori flipped through the first few pages of the book, skimming past the table of contents.
Okay, chapter 1.
The room begins silent as the two begin to read, but the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again.
What does vindicated mean?
Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent.
It's okay to ask questions, right?
Of course. Sayori turns page.
Are these footnotes?
Mm-hmm. A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanations to be understood. The two continue reading. Sayori's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned.
Wait, what? Are they talking about the past now, or the present?
Where?
Right here.
They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Kronos is having.
But they didn't tell me that.
It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her temples. Two of them continue, Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes, and she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. Her reduction in questioning comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her feeling that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now.
Okay.
Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little book she's gotten through so far. What were your thoughts on this point? Sayori tried to find her words.
Am I doing well so far?
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and keep doing my best so I can see the way that you do.
The vexation in Yuri expression's face.
I see.
Yuri quietly gathers her things.
We can continue tomorrow, right?
Yuri pauses and shakes her head.
We can do something else tomorrow. But
I'm sorry.
Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves.
You weren't making me.
Sayori is left alone for words.
How did this happen? We were just having fun a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monika trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at and I still mess it up. What if she doesn't want to come back?
Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk spread with notes. The book sits next to them.
Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. Ugh, this is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having much more fun. I need to do better for her.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, that is it. There's more mail? Okay. Sorry, let's go to the second part and then we'll end it for today. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up?
Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I do everything I can to make Yuri happy. But my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment.
Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monika.
Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there.
Monika rounds the corner approaching the club room. As she does so, Yuri? Yuri jumps to the sound of Monika's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up.
Gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. I'd have to wait for her beside me for the door to the club room is open.
It's not. Yuri stammers and unable to quickly explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away.
Actually, I was just wondering if I could help you instead.
Huh? Me?
With publicity stuff?
Yes. Monika is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking us all of a sudden when she's so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks through the clubroom to see Sayori sitting alone inside.
Okay. It's a simple job, but I'll be happy for you to tag along. Me too.
Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic she realized that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club.
Okay, let's take a walk together.
Just have to make some copies of the new flyer and then we'll go around billboards and to replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods and the two set off. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation.
So, how's everything going?
Fine.
That's good.
Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stern conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it?
Sorry.
I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers.
Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday?
Just some reading.
Oh, I'm glad.
It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. Stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by the things I'm not good at. And it's silly of me to assume that everyone who comes to the club room will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working and I'm really happy.
She's not into it.
Huh?
She's not into it and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. Yuri falls silent again as if she's started her thoughts but can't figure out how to continue it.
Did something happen?
Yuri sighs.
No, it's just me.
Yuri pauses.
Thinking.
A moment passes in silence and Yuri shakes her head.
I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think of complaining. I just want to make sure that you feel welcome. It's important. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything.
Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, actually. It's not an issue with the club. It's the issue with me. I feel so wrong to inconvenience you with it.
Sorry.
Monica paused to think.
Well, what if we put it this way?
My job as president is to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining this club hopefully anyways, and learning things about diverse needs, interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with.
That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people?
Of course! I need to be looking out for everyone, otherwise what kind of club would this be?
I see.
Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from sympathetic approach to a pragmatic was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs.
Okay.
Yuri takes a deep breath.
I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? Do you just make conversations about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about things that I'm into, fortunately, so much that I don't know where to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So, I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with other people. I can't help it.
So, either Yuri is maybe an introvert, or maybe she has some form of autism, because, that is a kind of key thing that is, a kind of thing in I'm being in it myself. What's weird is that I will listen to, cause my friend, Yumai, I've listened to her, talk about Genshin Impact, and I know I didn't sound interested, but I was. It's just like, I was interested, but, like, I don't know how to exactly say it. Like, I was listening, I was interested, but I was just didn't feel like talking in the moment, like, verbally, I guess. So I was just listening to her speak, and I just nodded. Like, like I'm dumb, and I really hope she doesn't think I'm rude. But I enjoy hearing other people's interests. I enjoy hearing my friends' interests. I enjoy hearing my best friends ramble about their favorite things. I enjoy even talking about my own things. Like, I guess it's just with the right people you have to be with. And if they are, and if you can explain to them how you, like how you kind of communicate, or then, like how you communicate, then it'll be okay. Like, for me, like if I'm listening and I don't understand, my responses may be a little vague, but I'll still be very happy to just listen.
So, it feels like whenever I'm confronted by a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on, and Sayori falls into the third category.
She what? Hold on. You're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you. Yuri nods.
I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it.
Yuri's sharp sword cuts through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of a conversation, Stu stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over the original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri looks down over for Fizz cleanse. I think you should tell her that.
I can never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic.
Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that all she's trying to do. So if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen.
That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so...
No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile, but Yuri has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive to her kindness, through exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better.
Sayori wants to be your friend, I promise that.
It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it.
I don't have good communication.
Yuri stops and shakes her head.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. My head just is too resistant to everything. I'm just pushing such a kind person away from me because of it.
Yuri paused to think.
I'm so tired of the cycle I'm creating for myself. I think that I'm afraid of people pushing me away if I just push them away first. However, how thoughtless and immature of me.
Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales.
I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole vetting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her.
You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember?
Yeah.
Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something.
This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know about people, so thank you.
Anytime. Monica smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old flyers with new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, then I never will. Yuri starts forward to the door. You're not going to be on that side, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose it's a downside of reading here as a clubroom rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the clubroom. You can use, like, an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that be possible? I'll look into it. I think it would be great. Yuri smiles at the thought and nods. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves to Yuri and then turns around to depart down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from anxiety of tasks that lies ahead, but it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Yuri? Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Sorry, shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers through words and suddenly caught in her throat. At a moment, she realized how Sayori has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first, but I got most of the way through it. And look! Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's page of notes beautifully produced with indentions, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid of you getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. Please stop. I can't do this. Yuri? Sayori's voice quivers in shock, having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Sayori looks at guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so... Something's wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself into these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please, just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So if we did something together that you really like... I don't want your pity. Why did I do that? Yuri sinks her knees, her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. Isn't that how it was supposed to go? Why is it so hard to just articulate your thoughts? Why do you need to end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's spine pounds with internal accusation as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here before Monica sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monica what she did. Before Yuri can put strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. It's okay. Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to stay. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise I understand that, so I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts and speaks while steadying her voice. I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends for my interests. Because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me, but whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person, but how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with other people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finished with her thoughts, feeling more steadier after having gotten them out. Sayori can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall beneath her arms. Realized that as well.
Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit more. You know, you were so great helping me while we were reading, so I'll help you with things that you need too.
But I would feel like it'd just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes.
That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid that you would get frustrated with me, but I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how much I have patience. Yeah, I know, but my irrational feels just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right?
Yeah. Irrational fears.
Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person you are. I know that you have a hard time believing, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for everyone to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying is so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different. We have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I promise that is what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but I try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons why I love it so much. In the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart. And I want that to rub off on me.
Yuri fights back a smile at the comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated for the caress of Sawyer's arms.
Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off.
Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Suri's, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. This must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if Literature Club can make that happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading.
That's what I wanted to hear.
But we can stop anytime. If you truly don't like it, please be honest with me. I won't be offended.
Of course. I'm not going to judge anything this early on, though, so we'll just see what happens.
Oh, and, it's not good to touch people out their consent first.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Did me make you uncomfortable?
Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying.
I'm back. Monica's back. I haven't seen you, like, at all recently.
Sorry, trots over to Monica. She whispers loudly.
Can I hug you?
She was Sayori. So wraps her arms around Monica. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know, Sayori can be kind of a hug monster.
Hey, don't call me a monster. Our mess is a monster if he inherits the kingdom. That could spell disaster.
Yuri laughs. Monika's perplexed and looks between the two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying reading so far. It's like a first real thing.
About that, well, you've been so patient with me exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn something about the things you like.
Yes! Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. Alright. Aw, it's adorable. It's really cute. Aww. Alright, well, that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!